Hi guys. So today's read is something else. Let me tell you, the universe has some stuff to say, and it's coming out in this read. Um, the affirmation for today: I am kind, thoughtful, and loving to myself and others. I am kind, thoughtful, and loving to myself and others. Um, that's a good one to use, especially if you're not feeling particularly kind and loving to others or to yourself. Um, the self help card for the day is wait. Honor your resistance. Sometimes no action is the best action. The angel card for the day, angel card for the day is divine intervention. Progress may be halted and slow, yet this is a blessing, divine intervention at work. All will come to fruition in perfect harmony. And then the word of the day is communication. And I think that's kind of funny because I have a feeling the communication is not with other people, um, or I think it's with your guides or with God or, yeah. Um, the read, okay? This read, and I'll probably dig into it. I'm going to refer to a couple things here so that I get it correct or tell you the full details. Um, the problem or the situation is leadership. It's knowing what to do and uh, what to think, what to, I guess you could call it discernment. Um, and I think that's probably the theme of this reading is discernment. Um, discernment is one's ability to decide between good and evil, basically. And um, the challenge in this read is the devil. I kid you not. This is the challenge. Challenge is the devil. And he came in upright. So, as you can tell, there's many major arcana cards here. In fact, first portion of it is mostly major arcana. Uh, I don't know that I need to give a definition of what the devil is. I think everybody's pretty clear on that. The negative energy, the bad energy, the drinking, drugs, sex, pornography, uh, all the bad things, all the things that hurt other people, all the things that shouldn't be doing, shouldn't be doing. Uh, the in the past, it shows a good partnership. It came up as the lovers, and I think that is signifying the Garden of Eden, and our relationship to God. Um, But I'm really getting Garden of Eden here. Really getting. Initially, I was thinking God, our relationship to God was a good partnership, and now I am thinking that, um, and I do think that that is it. But I also just got a flash of Garden of Eden, where Adam and Eve decided to, you know, defy God's um, rule and ate the apple. And ever since then, which that would be a situation of discernment. That would be like the ultimate situation on discernment. The um, subconscious is that it's very slow. And I believe that what this is referring to is because I have said many times that I do see that a lot of times things are very slow to come about. Um, Maybe karma is a little slow. That is all part of divine timing. And I know that I am not the only person in the world who gets really frustrated with divine timing. But I do admit that I am very aware that divine timing has to happen, that it is a thing. But there's situations, this is where faith comes in, because there are situations where, from our earthly perspective, things do not look fair. They don't look correct. And divine timing is often has to do with that. Uh, I'm sure anybody who's in the spiritual realm can probably expand on that. I can't, because I'm not privileged to the information that, and no human is. So it's just saying that in the, oh, by the way, this is a collective reading. I put the collective description in the links below so that I don't have to say it over and over and over again. But this is not one specific thing, although I think this is probably more along the lines of every human being in this particular read. Anyway, the intention card is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is about spirituality. It is about religion, spirituality, following God, loving and being compassionate, and all that good stuff. And I think that is a good place for the intention. Hang on, I can't get rid of this. Anyway, good God. All right. So, anyway, the future, or the near future, is the Justice card in reverse. Justice upright is about karma, about balancing things out, energies. In this, it states that justice in reverse is living in denial, dishonesty, retribution, unfairness, and avoiding accountability. And I kept that out because I did like the way it talked about justice in reverse. The what to do portion is not to be carefree and go with the flow. Do not do that. And I think that this reading is talking about people's faith and the need to maintain faith. And I think we are all being tested severely, really severely. And I think a lot of people are failing. They're failing. And the devil is winning. And the reason that is happening is because, and I'm going to jump right to the key here, a lack of judgment. Initially, when I pulled this, I thought people don't want to be judged. They don't want to be judged, and that's part of the problem. Which I do think that is a problem. But I then realized that what it was saying was that humans suck at discernment. They suck at being a good judge of what is good and what is not. So I think it's both, to be honest with you. I think a lot of people don't want to be judged, and a lot of people will turn to the devil because they do not want to be judged for what they have done or what they have created or, you know, what they do. But I also think that it is also saying that people in general see, and I think this because I've seen it. I've seen people be very bad in their reasoning. You know, like, okay, I had a conversation with somebody recently, and I personally, I read tarot cards, I do astrology, my love of God is in my heart. It is something that I feel. When I have a problem, that's who I talk to. When I need a solution, that's who I talk to. You know, I feel for God. But I don't have traditional, sorry. I don't have traditional religious beliefs. I do not believe in churches. I don't believe in them. I don't believe that getting up on a stage and talking to you about my beliefs in God is going to make you or your relationship with God better or stronger. I believe you talking directly to God, working with your guides, your angels, and the divine That is what strengthens your relationship with God. And the devil knows that. And the devil will fight me day in and day out to keep me from telling you that particular thing I just told you. A relationship with God is not in the Bible. It is not in a church. It's in your heart. And you know what's right and you know what's wrong, but you choose to not make a decision. I'm not talking about everybody. I'm just talking about the majority. Okay? I am talking about a lot of people. I recently had a conversation with a woman about God, about the belief in God. What she said was, she doesn't believe in the Bible. And she doesn't like churches. And I said, neither of those are requirements for having a relationship with God. The only thing that is required to have a relationship with God is not to hurt other people, not to judge people based on their appearance, not to treat people unfairly or poorly, to have strength, to help, to assist, to be kind, to be loving, to come from the heart. Here's people by nature do not make good judgments. That is exactly what that card is saying. That card is saying people do not make good judgments. That is because they have a heart problem. The heart is more deceitful than all else, and it is desperately sick. Who can understand it? Jeremiah 17:9. We have a world full of really sick people, heart sick people. We are, we have so many heart sick people. It's destroying us. And the more heart sick we have, the stronger this becomes. Discernment. Okay? Pornography is not okay. Being an alcoholic is not okay. I don't care how you want to slice these things. I don't care how you want to call them out. These things are not okay. There's a lot of things that are not okay. And we as humans bypass all of it. In many ways, we accept it. The alcoholic or the drug addict is not put into a place where they are cured, that their heart is cured. They are that way because of their heart. They they're damaged and they can't get the help they need, or they turn a blind eye to it, and their family turns a blind eye to it, and their friends turn a blind eye to it, and there's some of them are so hurt. They are being overrun by evil, by demons, by bad energies, a lot of bad energies. And we're not doing anything to fix the problem. There are a lot of really good people who are really damaged and they need help. And the devil is working overtime to mess with your head, to tell you that your discernment is wrong, that you don't know what you're talking about, that person over there who just drank a fifth of whiskey is fine. They're just having fun. They're just doing what makes them feel good. Leave them alone. Let them do their thing. Humans have been beat down to the point where we don't want to express opinions anymore. We don't want to stand up and fight. We don't want to stand up and say, this is not okay. We have been, what is the word? It's submissive. We've been beat to submission. That's what it is. We have been beat to submission. And this is winning. This is winning because we do not have good judgment. We are not using our discernment. We are turning a blind eye to what is going on. Or we're choosing to stay stuck in our bad habits with our demons so that we don't have to be judged by God because we are that weak. I was going to say, I never did finish. I jumped from what to do all the way up to the key and never finished. Whatever this is called, the environment. No emotional, financial roller coaster. What is happening in this country right now is really horrible. And if we don't stand up and start doing something about it, start using our discernment, start judging what is right and what is wrong, and stop hiding in our houses pretending none of it is happening, we're going to be in a big world of hurt. Do not be carefree and go with the flow. things come January are not probably going to be okay. They're not going to be okay. There's something that is going to happen between now and then that is going to do not stop working. Get better about your discernment. Get better about what is okay and what isn't okay, and start figuring out how to combat that which is not okay. This is so vitally important. It's not even funny. The greatest hope and fear that the collective has is that they don't have what they need to do what they need to do. That is the greatest hope and fear from the collective. And I would say that is 100% accurate. I don't know if anybody's noticed, but we're losing the war. And there are a whole lot of people who have stuck their head in a box of sand and they're not pulling it out. And they're not speaking up. And they're not doing what they need to do. They are not being discerning. And there is a whole bunch more who are drowning their sorrows in drugs and alcohol and many other things because they do not want, they would rather face this than this. Okay. Runes. I pulled this one, which is hard to find. This one is Perth, fate, chance, mystery, destiny, secrets, a heretic or mystery, fun, pointing to that which is beyond our trial, manipulative powers. Oh, frail, sorry. Frail manipulative powers. The second one was also a rune. It is Wunjo, please, comfort, harmony, prosperity, reward, success. You do not need anybody. Peace, pleasure, salt, worth, joy, and serenity, happy results, harmony, and prosperity. And the last one is the number 999. And 999 is completion. 999, completion, new beginnings, reflect on the past, letting go, old habits, releasing the past, aligning with your higher purpose, align with your spiritual values. And then the Black Moon astrology card for the day is Neptune, sacrifice. The whole idea of compassion is based on a key awareness of the interdependence of all these living beings, which are all part of one another and all involved in one another. The quote by Thomas Merton: "You are being directed into an area which may feel like it is unknowable. Surrendering to the mystery may work best now. Although nebulous, hazy, and indirect, the energy of Neptune is one of the easiest to see. Where Neptune is placed in a chart is where we are most inspired, but also an area where we deceive ourselves. It is the place of mishaps, bringing on undercurrents of strangeness. For so many, Neptune is the source of many troubles, since this card indicates escapism as well as beauty. Ironic, isn't it? Sticking your head in a bucket of sand, escapism. Dreams, film, art, disappointment, and reverie all fall under the rulership of Neptune. Refusing to look at what's real or simply being unable to, as well as seeing enemies as friends and vice versa, are all traits brought on by this watery planet. This is a time where some may try to manipulate with their crisis and rescue cycles, exhausting family and friends with their many problems. There may be a lack of boundaries and confusion where some may orchestrate their victimhood. Be very certain that the victim is not you. Neptune is a place of beauty and that which is ethereal and not so easily reached. Neptune is inspired visions coupled with nebulous thinking. Neptune represents glamour. The word glamour coming from the French word grimoire, I think it is, and connected to the word grammar, meaning to create magic or to cast a spell. This card indicates poetry, music, art, and psychic mediumship, but also nebulous thinking. When it shows in a reading, any words spoken or promises given are either poetry from the gods in higher realms or words which may be lies. But more positively, these may be messages from spirit or the tapping in of our higher awareness. With the Neptune card, it will be difficult to get to the bottom of the issue. You may see smoke in mirrors, find yourself engulfed in nefarious mists, with blame cast on the wrong person or reasons. With this card, you want to be absolutely clear and out front with everything. Neptune is the planet of sacrifice, so you may be asked to sacrifice something, usually related to the ego, for some greater good. Neptune represents our link to all and governs the last sign of the zodiac. Pisces is connected to everything past, present, and future. Neptune shows where we are vulnerable and also where we want to escape to. There are opposites in all things. Lovers can become porn stars, reverie becomes drunkenness, and dreams into nightmares. Unfortunately, Neptune represents self-destructiveness and self-sabotage. Not discerning, not making good judgments. You may be caught in a situation that is unclear. The reasons behind it may not make sense or are being withheld from you. Another manifestation of this card is that you may find difficulties getting on the right path or in clarifying a direction. On the other hand, you may be extremely tuned in at the present time, sensing emotions, having visions, and if this is the case, what is below the surface is now being brought out. I would be in that category. Be careful of trickery and playing emotional games. If a beautiful person enters your life, test the relationship. He or she may be too good to be true, or the love of your life. The planet also represents sleight of hand tricks, yet also a supernal type of creativity. You cannot be a poet or a mystic without the rays of Neptune influencing you. It is like falling off the edge of the universe into places we trust, but have no concrete idea about. Be aware of deception and confusion, but at least there will be poetry and reverie. Neptune card in brief: imagination, escapism, mysticism, divination, other realms, and making contact with higher realms. Communication with ghosts and other spirits, links to the universal mind, the ocean of consciousness, sudden flights of inspiration, artistic ability, the artist's life, self sacrifice, self undoing, the creating of illusion, dangerous deceptions, narcotics, alcoholic drinks, toxins and poisons, medicines, and surfacing all allergens. Medicines, the surfacing of all allergens, comma, physical ailments that you can never get to the root of, the nerve and the lymphatic system, needing to flee and become more private, sleeping and dreams, the colors blue and violet, burning of candles, glamour, television, film, set design, bodies of water, and living or traveling near them. The beach, mimicry, and copying others, blending in, being too afraid to leave the fold, feeling overcome or intimidated, feeling mercy and compassion, emotional games in relationships. The corresponding tarot card to this, in like the Rider-Waite or other decks, would be the Seven of Cups. The key ideas here are mystery, confusion, enchantment, wandering, passivity, and secret enemies. And that, my friends, is my read for the day. Love and blessings.